Hello YouTube and Twixtstation, this is a Games Jester and I'm bringing you another video today. And if you're wondering why it's not ManicMiner doing this, is he's been extremely busy recently due with personal stuff like work and family, etc. And he's been kind enough to give me a base card of what I'm talking about, and he's given me the gameplay that he wants to be put with it. And today I'm going to be talking about weapon buffs in Modern Warfare 3. And if you haven't known, or well, if you don't know, then basically the M16 got a buff as the AK-47, the FAD, the PM9 and the MP5 did, and most importantly the UMP. And now, the reason for this video is because everybody's starting to run the UMP just the same as it was in Modern Warfare 2. It's got the range, it's got the damage, it's got extremely low recoil when put with a silencer and kick. And the thing that's annoying me and ManicMiner is the fact that before the game was released, Infinity Ward was talking about the controversial return of the UMP and saying, don't worry, it's not going to be as powerful as a predecessor in Modern Warfare 2. And at first, the UMP was not really a gun that was used widely in Modern Warfare 3 at all. It was, you know, nobody really used it. A couple of people ran it because it was just the average gun, you know. It wasn't the PPM, or you know, it wasn't the ACI. It was nowhere near as good as them. But now it's been buffed. It's practically on par with both of them weapons. It's extremely powerful, and you know, it's not really fair to put a gun like that back in the game after all the trouble it caused in Modern Warfare 2, because if you played Modern Warfare 2 at the time, whenever you played hardcore or regular search and destroy, the most used gun was a UMP45. It was 90% of the actual game was a UMP45 being run, along with you know, the assassin and stuff, like cold-blooded, etc. And it was the most powerful gun in the game, undecidedly. You know, it was absolutely ridiculous, and it's beginning to become like that in Modern Warfare 3 now. Absolutely everybody's using this gun, and you know, it's just stupid. You know, why would you buff a weapon that doesn't need buffing at all? I mean, I can understand about the FAD. I mean, the FAD was a powerful gun because it's high rate of fire, but you had to literally rail every single bullet that came out of your gun into them to be able to kill them. The AK-47, it was powerful, but the kick was extraordinary, you know, it had an extreme amount of kick. But the UMP just didn't need buffing at all, and you know, that in my eyes, and I'm sure in other people's eyes as well, it's pretty stupid. And the other thing I wanted me to talk about was shotguns. And if ManicMiner hasn't told you, he's created a new account on the Xbox, which is, you know, basically just for serious gaming, having a high KD, having like a high win-loss ratio, and basically just getting better, more serious gameplay clips for you. And as you can already tell, ManicMiner's really into his shotguns. He really enjoys using shotguns and running all kinds of shotguns. He's got the gold camouflage in every single shotgun on the game, which is absolutely awesome. And he's basically wanted me to talk about that the Model 1887 needs an extreme buff, because unlike the other shotguns, it doesn't have any attachments for it. You know, you can't get a red dot sight and chuck that on it, or you can't get grip and put that on it. And you know, you'd basically have to barebone it to get to damage. And for the shotgun to be effective, you need to have damage on the Model 1887, or it is a piece of garbage. You know, nobody wants to use a model. How many people do you see running the model seriously without using damage or range? You know, and as he said, it's taken about 4 to 6 hit markers to even kill a person. I mean, half the time you don't even kill them. And he's even tried combining the Model 1887 with the riot shield on his back, you know, for extra protection while killing other players. And then they'll just simply just throw in a flashbang, or just knife lunge past the riot shield and kill him instantly when he's pumping shell after shell out of his shotgun into a player, and it's just not working out for him, you know. And if you'd be so kind, we've really been wanting some feedback on this, of what you think of the UMP buff and the buff for the other weapons, and what weapons you would like to see buffed in the game. Like, for example, the Model 1887 needs a serious buff. The striker needs to be patched, because the striker is still extremely powerful even after it did get patched I think it was a couple of weeks or months ago. It did initially get patched, but you know, as you know, that didn't do jack. You know, it's still ridiculously overpowered. Like for example, the AA-12, apparently they buffed that up, but I haven't seen any change in the AA-12 at all. It sucked before and it still sucks now. So it's annoying why that they'll buff the weapons that don't need buffing. Like, you know, the FAD, I mean, it's a powerful weapon. It's not the best, but it's an average gun. So that didn't need a buff. The PM9 needed a buff because that gun was pretty bad. The recoil was awful. like, you know, demon iron sights and red dot sights unusable, because for the most accuracy you have to fire from the hip. The MP5, say the MP5, that it didn't need a buff, but it did at the same time, because there'd be times where it'd work tremendously and it'd kill a lot of the time, but then there'd be other times where it didn't work very well, and you know, it wasn't very effective. So that's been buffed up, and you know, that's one thing that to be kind of happy about, because it was a bit more of an underdog gun. I mean, you don't get many people running the MP5 class at all. So yeah, that's about really for the topics. If you just post what you think of the actual buffs and the patches and everything like that in Modern Warfare 3, you know, that'd be absolutely awesome. Then everyone can get some ideas together. Then hopefully something will be done about it before the release of Black Ops 2. Which brings me on to the next subject, which ManicMiner didn't suggest, but I thought I'd talk about it anyway to fill in a little bit of the gaps that that the video would have left. And if you don't know, recently the multiplayer trailer has been released for Black Ops 2, and you can find that video absolutely everywhere. There's been hundreds of big commentators posting breakdowns and, you know, talking about the different attachments and the different weapons and classes that you can see, kill streaks, etc. in the actual game. So you can search that up on YouTube to see the release trailer, and if I'm honest with you, it looks pretty awesome. You know, it's got a lot of stuff in that's Call of Duty's never done before, like the X-ray. The X-ray iron, not the iron sights, the X-ray red dot sight, or whatever you want to call it, the reticle. And as you can see in the video, it shows the guy coming from behind a crate, and it shows a guy hidden behind some smoke, like a smoke screen. And you can see them both clearly as the sight's pumping out some sort of pulse to show where the enemy is. And that looks absolutely awesome. The kill streaks look fantastic, like that big armoured suit that's walking around railing people, and you know, it looks like a really fun game. It looks like it's getting ideas from games like Halo and Blacklight Retribution, because the way the guns are laid out, you know, you can switch between burst mode and full auto mode and semi-automatic mode. It just looks absolutely awesome. You can get sniper rifles without scopes, so you can use the iron sights as similar to a bolt action rifle. And you know, it just looks like an overall great game. So if you'd like to go check out the trailer and then post back on this page as well what you think of it and whether you're looking forward to it or not, that'd be greatly appreciated. So I apologise on Alan's behalf while he hasn't been able to post a video today. I hope you've enjoyed watching this, and I hope I've exceeded what he was expecting from this video, because ManicMiner is a great commentator, and I'm sure he will be missed for today, but you know, sometimes people have to deal with personal things. So that's about it from me. Don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, and check out ManicMiner's channel. I'll post them all in the description for you. It's been an honour filling in for him. So don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, etc. Just do whatever you can to get this video up there, because this channel is growing great at the moment, and just with that little extra push we can get some more subscribers and maybe get a little bit more noticed. So thanks very much guys, don't forget to leave feedback, and I shall see you all soon.
They have no clue I'm even here. I'm a stealth